Hello, my name is Christina Nussbaum. I'm Chief Revenue Officer here at YWCA Northeast Indiana. By now you've probably noticed we use the word persimmon in a few of our initiatives. We had Power of Persimmon and now Dash of Persimmon, and we even have Persimmon Pride, which is our cultural mantra here at YWCA Northeast Indiana. So what does persimmon represent? It's like, do we love the fruit? Well, of course we do. But it really is the orange Pantone color of our brand. So when you hear the word or read the word persimmon, persimmon represents YWCA Northeast Indiana. So let me talk to you today about Dash of Persimmon, our newest initiative. The Dash and Dash of Persimmon represents the here and now. So what we do for the individuals that we serve is we help them, take them from some point in the past. They've endured addiction, domestic violence, or sexual abuse. We help them with our services in the here and now to move them from the past to a future that's a healthier future for them. So for the individuals that we serve, the Dash represents the YWCA Northeast Indiana. So what is Dash of Persimmon? Dash of Persimmon is going to bring to you several episodes. There's going to be one a month, in which we highlight knowledge brought to you by various different experts throughout our community. And they'll speak on a variety of different topics, but what we hope is the information provided in Dash of Persimmon will help move some individuals from the past to the healthier future, and it will provide you with just a greater knowledge of information on that topic. So we hope that Dash of Persimmon will sweeten your cup.
I think right now is the time. The time is now for people to get engaged. A lot of organizations are struggling simply because they weren't able to have their annual fundraisers. So a lot of simple ways is just by joining, by being a card-carrying member. I say it all the time, membership is the lifeblood of any organization. And then rolling up your sleeves. There's things that you could do remotely from home to support some of the initiatives that you see. Reach out to them, let them know, hey, I'm ready to go to work. Once upon a time, every company in Fort Wayne belonged to the NAACP. There were organizations, companies that were lifetime members. How do you get back to those days of an e-enrolling? How do you get back to where companies that were basically developed right here in Fort Wayne, folks like Chuck's giving back, but that's only one person. So I think a lot of it is the responsibility of those who are at the table to invite others in and making sure that people have the tools to be successful. That's one of the biggest barriers, not having the knowledge. Knowledge is power. And so when you don't know, you're at a disadvantage from the beginning. So I think a lot of times, when we're putting these boards together, we need to be mindful of our community, be mindful of people that have probably sat on your board for 10, 15 years, being in a board meeting, knowing and seeing that there is no diversity. It's going to be up to those board members to make sure that we're doing the right thing for our community. Diversity and equity and inclusion is something that I think that people have become a little bit more familiar with. I think a lot of the misunderstanding is when you state to people that unconscious bias is the way that you got here, or unconscious bias is the way that you're treating me right now. And so having that add-on, giving, once again, those employees the tools they need to be successful, to deal with the now. The now is that there is an opportunity for all of us to fix this. And that equity that we're looking for is going to have to be implemented at a different level. It can't come from me. It has to be the people that's at the table. Well, I tell you, there's an overhaul right now with HR, with the county. We can all see from afar that we're losing people. People are not staying Fort Wayne's a great city. It's a great place to raise your family, but is it a great place for you to thrive? So all the entertainment we have, we need to make sure that we are putting people in places to be successful. Looking around, making sure that we're filling those gaps, those voids that are just plain in sight. It has to be the people in the room. We must send the message of equity. We must not be afraid to say black. Black is the new norm. And so when you start talking about diversity, inclusion, white privilege, unconscious bias, we shouldn't be afraid to have those type of conversations. It's not always going to be me to be the one to deliver the message to you, but I think amongst ourselves in our groups and our book clubs, there's someone in that room that should be able to step up and step out and lean into what the conversation is about. Are we being equitable? Are we making sure that people are in positions to be successful? Are you being a part of that, or are you looking at it and maybe not addressing it? So a lot of times these conversations have to happen at the kitchen table in small groups where one of you are bold enough to say, hey, we don't have any blacks. We need to fix this. We don't have any Latinos. We need to fix this. And so if you need me on your team, I'm available.